To some, Louis Riel is a martyr, a revolutionary who died a hero's death in the name of his people. To the government of the day, Riel was a traitor and a murderer, and he paid for his crimes with his life. Louis Riel's body lies below this tombstone in St. Boniface, Manitoba. He was a fighter and a leader, battling for the rights of his Métis people and finally losing. His last day came in Regina, where he was hanged for his part in leading the Northwest Rebellion. But 15 years earlier, Riel had led the Provisional Government of Manitoba into Confederation. Hero or villain, his status is still hotly debated.
As it was in Ottawa this weekend, where the Conservative Party's Aboriginal caucus adopted a resolution urging the party to recognize Louis Riel as a father of Confederation. With us now is Tony Belcourt, the main force behind the resolution. Mr. Belcourt, what do you think this resolution would mean to Canadian Métis?
Well, it would mean a great deal towards establishing some trust between the country Canada and the Métis people themselves, because Riel was 3 times elected to Parliament, always denied his seat. Riel was a leader in the sense that he led a provisional government before the territory joined Canada and negotiated the terms of entry into the country, and this resulted in the province of Manitoba being established with full provincial status. Yet Riel was hounded by Eastern Canada, and Métis people have always had a distrust. I think all Aboriginal people have had a distrust of the government and of political parties, and it's only recently that there's been a change of attitude that would allow us to even bring forward this kind of a suggestion.
I wonder what it would also do for Canadians who aren't Métis. I mean, in school I was taught that Louis Riel was a traitor and that he was hung for good reason. And over the years that's changed slowly, but I get the feeling something like this might further that. Is that part of what you want too?
Well, we want to change the image that Riel was a traitor. He was far from being a traitor. Riel was a great hero to the country. You have to stop and ask yourself what the country would look like if it weren't for Riel. Louis Riel was educated in Montreal and had developed a great allegiance to the Queen and to the British government. And he had a sense that British justice would prevail and that Métis rights and Indian rights would be recognized by the British Crown. In those days, the whole of the Northwest was a vast territory, unorganized and not belonging to any government. And the Americans were making overtures to Louis Riel and the other Métis leaders, who were in the vast majority in the area at the time, trying to get them to join union with the United States. And their predisposition was to do so. But Riel was the kind of a leader that wanted to have them join Canada, because he believed that the justice of the British would prevail and land rights would be recognized by the British more than the Americans.
You know, there's an irony that there was a Conservative government that hung Riel, and now you're part of a caucus that is thinking about steps towards making him a father of Confederation. What do you have to do? I mean, what has to happen now?
Well, the things that have to happen now is that the party itself would really take this up as a cause. The leader of the party is now himself a Métis, Jerry St. Germain, and I certainly hope he'll help us. We have the full support of the current member of the riding Riel used to have, Provencher in Manitoba.
That's Jake Epp, isn't it?
That's Jake Epp. Mm-hmm. He's the Minister of Energy. Do you have
the support of the other 2 parties, the Liberals and the New Democrats?
Well, I don't know about the having their full support. I would imagine it would come. I've already been in touch with a representative of the Liberal Aboriginal Caucus and have asked for their support and been assured that we're going to get it. And I would presume that the NDP would support us as well. It's the kind of thing that, I mean, the whole of Canada ought to get behind. The man is a great hero to the country.
Is there a posthumous pardon as part of this too?
We're not asking for that because the position of the Métis National Council, which is a representative group for the Métis people in Canada, is not asking for a pardon for Riel, because that presumes some sort of guilt on Riel's part. Riel was a leader of his people. He was the head of a legitimate provisional government, and as such was a traitor to no one.
All right, Mr. Belcourt, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.